my first birthday, I still remember. My first birthday, my dad gifted me a karate gi.
Okay.
Gi means is a karate dress. We call
The
it in
white
Japanese. Yeah, white one.
Like
Loyalty
loyal
is
to one-
very much important.
Loyal to just one association all your life.
That's true. They will not ask you like that. Okay, that dasles ka? No, they will ask you Colgate kelas ka?
Is that the reason, or is it because you're working with IDA? So then you all have like 3 black belts in the house.
Yeah, dad, me, and my sister. So I would like to ask you the one thing for you. How did you start this podcast in your life? What was the inspiration to to do this podcast? And
You're asking me.
yeah.
People think doctors are very boring, but in my circle, I've seen, and in my knowledge, a lot of doctors are doing very nice, interesting stuff apart from doing healthcare. So I said, why not, make a platform where we can call them up, ask them. Hi everyone, welcome to the MADtherapy Sessions podcast. In today's 14th episode, we have Dr. Atul Surve. Dr. Atul is a consultant sports dentist in India. He's a 3rd Dan black belt, a biker, and is currently pursuing a Post Grad Diploma in sports management from IIM Rohtak. So, Dr. Atul, I was going through your Instagram handle and I saw a lot of photos of yours with your bike and you traveling with your bike to different parts of the country. So can you tell me something more about it?
Yeah. Here you saw great. It's a long story regarding the bike riding and all. I got my first Royal Enfield in 2013 when I was a part of the internship at Indian Dental Association head office. And I was completing my internship over there. So that time I was used to get in, stipend over there, like some kind of amount. And from that amount, I just bought my first Royal Enfield in 2013. And after that, I was just looking for the, kind of small rides in, peripheries of the Mumbai where I can go around in the morning for the breakfast or maybe in the Sunday morning, like that. So after that, I was just looking for the, Royal Enfield event. Then I've been to Rider Mania at Goa. So that was for the couple of years, like 2 years I've been to the Rider Mania. It was the, one of the biggest event for the Royal Enfield bikers where they're going to sum up in the Vagator beach. And almost around 5,000 plus bullets are coming in the one city. So it's a great event for the, bikers, those who are very keen for the riding and, just love the kind of biking event and the evening, music and all.
Yeah.
So that was the great experience regarding the Royal Enfield. So for the two times I've been to Rider Mania.
Okay.
Like this.
So it's only for Royal Enfield bikes, or other bikes can also participate in that?
Oh no, it's purely for the Royal Enfield bikers.
Okay.
So there are the 2 events consecutively in the month of November. One is the Royal Enfield Rider Mania.
Okay.
And after that there is the Indian Bikers Week. Must be after the RM event.
Okay.
Like this.
So you mentioned you were in IDA in 2013, and what were you doing in IDA?
At the 2013 was the intern at IDA head office.
So you did an internship there?
Internship over there.
Okay.
Then I was the part of the World Dental Show, that is WDS, in 2013.
Okay.
And just after completing my,
That's like the biggest dental show in the
dental
world.
show in the, in the world. But that was going to hosted by the IDA at Mumbai at BKC,
Okay.
Bandra Kurla Complex.
It was the same by FDI too, right?
Yeah. So in 2014, I was the part of the Federation Dental internationally. In 2014, one of the biggest event for the dental fraternity in the world, when India was hosting this event by the IDA head office.
Yeah.
And that was conducted at Delhi, Noida. So over there, I was the part of the scientific event.
Okay.
So it was a great experience, like one of the biggest all celebrity speakers and very
famous dentists from all over the world.
All over the world, they are coming over there and just talking about new invention and all about the topics. So it's great to learn about over there. So it was a part of every year.
Must have been a really cool event also.
Yeah, quite cool, but even it's a kind of big task for the idea as well, because hosting a kind of international event and you have to be very very keen about your specific quality terms of delivering all the kind of aspects. It's very good.
True.
So
So apart from that, what else were you doing at IDA? I mean,
Yeah.
or your stint at IDA ended with FDI, or you still continued with them?
Yeah, after that also I have continued with the idea because I was a part of the team. Then I was looking after the national oral health programs where we are part of the kind of school dental checkup camps. We're
Okay.
doing the
That's
checkup.
wonderful. Yeah.
That's checking for the checkup for the school kids as well as for the corporate levels where we have a tie with kind of several companies under their CSR project. We're doing kind of dental checkups and treatments. So after that, been looking after the health initiative as a project as well,
Okay.
where we have tobacco intervention initiative that is for the quitting tobacco is one of the major problem in India.
Yeah.
Because as you know, the oral cancer is the one of the biggest issues that we are facing right now
that
currently.
plagues the country, yeah.
It not in the adult, but nowadays the people are very aware about the kind of things. So we are helping to people those who really want to quit the tobacco.
Okay.
And
Wow.
so on that similar aspect, we are working with the kind of tobacco cessation programs, then Healing Smile Foundation,
Okay.
then child dental care, emergency dental care, kind of several projects I was handling at the IDHO.
Okay.
And
As like
so
a
on.
project.
Sorry.
I mean, you were coordinating it, and
Yeah, I was coordinating all kind of project with the kind of in terms of conducting the lectures, workshops for the dentists in India, those who are the IDA members or maybe a non-IDA members, those who was willing to participants in the event. So while looking after the all kind of office work from the IDA head office Mumbai.
Okay, wonderful. And after that, what did you manage to do? I mean, were you still at IDA or?
Yeah. So after that, in 2018, I did my post graduation diploma in sports dentistry
Okay, from?
from IDA.
Okay, from
Indian
IDA
Dental
itself, yeah.
Association, So
Yeah.
it was the one of the first course in India where they have introduced about the sports dentistry.
Okay.
So I was very keen to search of this project in India because in abroad sports dentistry is quite well known, but in Indian
Yeah, it's
dentistry,
not. It's a fairly new concept and a branch in India. Yeah.
Exactly. So the moment I heard about the IDA is launching such kind of projects in India, so I was just jumping and I booked my seat and I did my fellowship in 2018 and 19. And 19 I passed out from a fellowship. So it's kind of thing.
But were you always keen about doing sports dentistry, or I mean, when you saw the course, you wanted to do it, or is it something which you wanted to do from a long time? And
Okay, well, you got me correct in the sports dentistry. So about sports dentistry, my basic interest apart from my graduation, from my studies, my main hardcore feelings are in sports.
okay.
So why sports? Because I'm playing karate since last 25 years. So after that, I was just seeing all kind of injuries and all. After that, oral kind of injuries. So then I jumped into the dentistry.
Okay.
Completed my dentistry and just waiting for these kind of things that I was just searching, because while going abroad it was not feasible for me at that time of moment. But fortunately, I got these course in Mumbai. So I just took that and did my fellowship.
Okay, that's wonderful. Can you share something about sports dentistry as to what is important? I mean, what attracted you towards sports dentistry?
Okay, so sports dentistry is all about is the branch of dentistry. So basically, if person wants to pursue for the sports dentistry, the first aspect is dentistry. Yeah, that's so basic.
True.
But again, your heart has to be on field. It's not something like that. Okay, you're sitting on your clinic or maybe in your office and you're just seeing the match at the event
Yeah.
and you can say about, oh, I love their sports dentistry. No, it's not like that.
You have to
It's
be on field.
Yeah, you have to be on field dentist. You have to be the team dentist, and your heart has to be there with the athlete at the time of event.
Yeah.
Not at the time of event, but as well as in the practice session, that you should care about that athlete of the oral injury and the prevention of that kind of things. So basically, the things are like we need to know about athletic mouth, because every time is always different.
Yeah.
It's not like the same the patient is walking in your clinic, but because the athlete is there in the field at least 7 to 8 hours a day.
Yeah. Yeah.
So definitely that something kind of change in this mouth.
Anatomy and the physiology.
Anatomy and physiology. We need to look after that.
Yeah.
So that's the basic thing that what we need to know about it. Like,
because that's one thing which a lot of people may be asking you as to what is post dentistry. Like,
Yeah.
And so I thought I'll ask you itself. Coming back to, you mentioned you did a BDS. So what was your favorite dental posting in your BDS days?
yeah, in the BDS days, I was very interested into the periodontology, like pediatric dentistry.
Okay.
So-
Why is that?
Is that because we see many of the times the kids are coming to the clinic with certain kind of some of the problem. The majority of the times that kid is going to get fall down on maybe in the playground, maybe at the home, maybe kind of having any dental injury.
Yeah.
So कभी कभार parents doesn't say कि about what is the problem. He just know कि अब मेरे बच्चे को तकलीफ हो रही है, he's got injured and we need to get treated him. So then we say it कि अब okay, this is the issue. Then we need to ask them about what is the history. क्या हुआ था exactly? You need to tell about us कि अब okay, बच्चा खेल रहा था, कूद रहा था या ऐसे ही चलते चलते गिर गया. So in terms of history, we need to know. So many of the time that we can see that okay, kids are getting kind of oral injuries in terms of having he's playing in playground or maybe he's having some kind of fights with his friend, something like that. So I was just very keen into the dental injuries and dental trauma. So after that, my interest was getting more interested in the dental trauma and injuries. So treat that injury at the time of event is very crucial. Because that's the period where you need to be intervened into the athlete and you need to done the treatment and you need to take a call, okay, boss, you can go back to on field or not. Because that's a couple of minutes or maybe a couple of seconds you need to get blink your eyes and you have to say, okay, bro, you are very good, fit to play. You should go. Or you need to make the psychology in the patient mind.
That's a huge concept in sports dentistry. I think whether you're fit to play immediately or you have to take rest and go for treatment. Yeah.
That's true. So in that case only we need to get very prompt on that time of the event and very confident. Okay, whatever you did is good and that athlete should go back on the track and he should win the medal.
Yeah.
So that's the basic concept about the my interest in pedo and having this post dentistry in my life.
That's great. You also mentioned you played karate since you were a kid.
Yeah.
So can you shed some light on that?
Karate, as I said, is 25 years of experience in karate. It's a long story for the karate, and I'll tell you one thing. At my first birthday, I still remember. My first birthday, my dad gifted me a karate gi.
Okay.
Gi means is a karate dress. We call
The
it
white
in Japanese. Yeah, white one. So I have that pic with me still in my album that I'm just wearing that dress at my first birthday. And mom and dad was saying, oh, this is your first birthday, karate dress and all. That feels good. Yeah, so about karate, I had 25 years of around and on experience about it. Why? Because my dad is my guru.
Okay.
So he taught me all the lessons of the karate since my childhood, and since that I'm the part of the that sports till now. So about it, like doing all kind of classes on regular daily basis, maybe mostly right now on the weekends, and seeing all the kids in the class, like to teach them about the karate basics and things. So
if I'm not wrong, you're also a black belt, right?
Yeah. So I did my karate life journey in only one organization, is that Japan Karate Association of India. That is JKAI.
Yeah.
Is one of the oldest organization in Shotokan Karate. So since last 25 years being associated with the organization is the biggest achievement for me. What I feel the same, because I can see nowadays the people are just changing kind of things with their convenience. But no, my dad told me, oh, this is the best thing that what you can have in your life is your discipline and to be with the organization.
Loyalty.
Loyalty, yes, is very much important about it.
Like loyalty to just one association all your life.
That's true, because all the time it's not about kind of having kind of switching your things, but what I have seen in JKI is really about the having kind of karate structure and zanshin in the things is very well defined, and I love to do all that things in my life.
You also mentioned you are a third Dan.
Yeah. So
what does that mean?
Yeah. So third Dan basically is I cleared my all examination in JK as having the 10 degree. So first Dan, second Dan, and third Dan is third degree black belt in JKAI.
Okay.
And consequently, I cleared
So how many more levels are there?
The 10th degree as the master trainer who is there in Japan, who is the 10th Dan black belt.
So there's like a 10th Dan too.
10th Dan, yeah, 10th Dan. Yeah.
And you have cleared a third one, right?
Third one, right? It's very, very difficult, but most of the time it's very tough to appear for the exam. You need to build up your stamina and confidence, and all the time handling all your professional life as well as your passion is very tough nowadays. To being in that Mumbaikar is the very tough job to catch a local, go back to your workplace, come back and go for the dojo.
Balance, yeah.
So that's the kind of difficult things right nowadays what I'm facing. But yeah, on the weekends I love to go back to the dojos and do some kind of practice for the karate.
You also are associated with Waco, right?
Yeah. Recently, in couple of years back, I have been associated with Waco as well. It's the Kickboxing Association.
World Kickboxing Association.
World Kickboxing. So it's basically about the kickboxing organization. And currently, I am the national referee for the kickboxing, where I have been got introduced by Mr. Surya Prakash Mundapat sir. He's from the Vasai as well. He's the president of Waco, India Palghar district association, and he's the president for there. And through him, I have been got introduced to the Waco for the kickboxing organization. He's one of my mentor for my life in the combat sports like in karate and kickboxing. So he's also there with my dad as well. So we together with there in karate. Then he took me to the kickboxing as well because he's the currently national referee, international referee for Waco.
Okay.
So after that, I've been given my examination in national kickboxing, and now currently, as being a part of the WACO, has been elected as the medical council committee for the anti-doping for the WACO Kickboxing Association as the sports dentist over there. So this is one of the next kind of thing that what we are looking at for the having good kind of fair play for the kickboxer as well, because as we know that kickboxing has been introduced in the Olympic games as well. So right now having better future for the sports in the upcoming years in the Olympics. Yeah. Yes.
Also, you mentioned you are into managed sports. You are interested in sports management too.
Okay. Since you have taken a topic about the management, as being associated with the karate since last 25 years, we are organizing some kind of event in Vasai. That is one of the biggest event in Vasai Taluka. Okay. That is Kala Krida Mahotsav, Young Star Kala Krida Mahotsav, where we conduct the karate tournament. There are several games are also there in the kind of the sports event at the month of the November in 25th to 31st of December.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's a big event having the cultural activity as well as the sports activity.
Okay.
So karate is the one of the oldest part of that event. So where we handle around 4,000 plus athletes, those who are participating in the sports event at karate. So we need to finish out all kind of these 3,000 to 4,000 kids in 3 days.
Okay.
So that's
a lot.
That's a lot.
Kids.
That's a lot. So we need to see in terms of managing the event. Where we need to put the draws for the kids, we need to see the stadium assembly, we need to see the all kind of arrangement, and the execution part is very much important because in this kind of event we need to be on the fits that you need to complete the event in particular time because you cannot run the entire show in the 24 hours. We just have 9 or 12 hours in a day that we have to sum up the event, and next day we have to again back in the event. So 3 days are literally, we need to be on toes for the 3,000, 4,000 athletes. So after considering all this event, I was just looking for the management aspect also. And fortunately, I saw the course for the sports management in Indian Institute of Management, Rohtak.
Okay, so you're
So-
doing a course there?
Yeah, so currently I'm pursuing for the post graduation diploma in sports management at IIM Rohtak. So this is the one of the second thing that I would like to do the most, because the management is very much needed in India right now for the sports fraternity.
Okay.
We have good amount of athletes in India. We just need to be such the gems for the upcoming Olympics.
Okay.
As in terms of telling about the stadium management, athlete management, marketing and all. So these are several elements of the sports management. So if we have the good people, those who are very much interested in this topic as well, then really India can do the much better in upcoming Olympics. That's
Okay.
for sure.
Okay.
That's for sure.
So, what attracted you towards doing sports management, and what exactly happens in IIM Rohtak? I mean, once you pass out, because there are a lot of people who would want to do sports management. So, if you could share something about it.
Sure. Okay. So talking about the sports management, basically right now there is, I can't say such kind of things are coming up in sports industry, but there are several companies those who are doing really very very good in terms of sports. Right now, what we can see, the Mr. Neeraj Chopra has got an gold medal in the last Olympic. He was, I think, represented to the JSW sports. And so there are some couple of companies those who are there who are really doing good for the athletes, for their better futurement for the Olympic medal and like all terms. So for these terms, like in sports management, after completing I'm just planning to look for the opportunity to work with the athlete, to work with the stadium, to work with the kind of association, those who are very keen into the just look for the athlete better futurement and the Indian Olympic for the getting more medals.
Okay. Okay.
So,
I mean, that's a lot what you do. My favorite question: what's your favorite oral healthcare brand?
oral healthcare brand. Okay, so here you go. You took me in a situation where I can just take. Yeah, there are several companies in the market. Those are where you can see
Something which you like personally. I mean,
okay, in terms of person, if you can ask me, I would like to go with Colgate.
okay. And
Yeah,
why is
that's
that?
one of the basic thing that everyone knows in Indian population, because nowadays you can see at the rural area also, people will ask you, or maybe they can ask in each other, okay, if you can go towards kind of Konkan side on the people, they can say, hey, they will not ask you like that, okay, that dasles ka. No, they will ask you Colgate kelas ka. So that kind of mentality in the people mindset, they will always ask you about, if you go to the store and they will not ask you, okay, kaka mala toothpaste there. No, they will ask about it, okay, kaka mala Colgate there.
That's more like the genius marketing strategy.
Genius
what
marketing.
Colgate did.
Exactly. But in terms of marketing, yeah, it's good. But in terms of
As a product, do you like it?
yeah, as a product, there are several kind of products they have in terms of having the teeth whitening from the sensitivity and all for the kids as well. So yeah, they have kind of vast variety of the products in their pool.
Is that the reason, or is it because you're working with IDS? So then,
No. So completely, I'll just keep my personal and professional life separate about the kind of controversy questions that I can get into
you
it.
basically
But yeah, basically for my personal experience, I would like to go ahead with the I would like to go ahead with the Colgate.
Okay.
At the most, the same thing.
okay. So, like, okay, fair enough. I'll take that answer. So, what's next for Dr. Atul Surve? I mean, what's coming up in the next 1 year for you professionally? Because you're doing a lot of stuff. You're doing management. You are touring with bikes. You are doing sports dentistry. You're doing oral healthcare camps. So, if you could just sum it up for us.
Yeah. So in terms of asking your question for what next for Atul Surve is currently seeing in next 12 to 15 months after this, I'll finish up my management studies and looking out for the better job in in the upcoming industries for the sports management, as well as doing the consultation for the sports dentistry.
Okay.
And in terms of that, I would like to highlight Mr. Anil Surve, who is currently handling all the karate classes in Vasai. Is one of the
That's your father.
That he's my father. He's one of my ideal person in my life to look after that. Okay, as he also did a couple of things in his life about the seeing in terms of achievements.
Yeah.
And so on, because he played for India in 2000 for the World Championship at Japan.
Wow.
So that was my ideal
Inspiration,
person.
yeah.
Inspiration in terms of being in karate since for the last 25 years.
Yeah.
So he taught me so many things, and seeing from him and learning that so many things to organize at the same part of the life.
Yeah.
I'm looking for better things to work with the Indian athlete for upcoming Olympics, where we can achieve many more medals in the future, and just a track killer can go up and go up and go up.
Because what you are doing, you need a lot of good family backing and support. I'm not saying financially, but like mentally, because you're doing so many things, and then family does play an important role, right?
Yeah. So in terms of that, my parents, as I said, Mr. Atul Surve and my mother Anita Surve, is supported me a long time in each and every aspect of my life journey, and still they're doing their things to form me to being a successful person in the life. And after these things, I like to tell you that I recently got married in the last year in 2021. In the month of March, in the 15th of March, I got married. So my spouse's name is Pooja Desai. She's the software engineer, and she always supported. She is still supporting me in terms of everything, in terms of having an emotional backup, in terms of supporting in all types of things. And that is a beautiful journey in the life.
That's really wholesome to hear. You have the backing of a family.
Along with this, have my younger sister Anushri Surve, who is also doing karate since last in her lifestyle. She was the youngest black belt in Thane district at the age of 6 years.
So you all have like 3 black belts in the house.
Dad, me, and my sister. So doing so on so. But and mom is also one of the our team member for the karate. She looks after all the administrative aspect in.
That's impressive.
She look after all kind of administrative things in the classes that see for the admissions aspect, kind of managing all the parents, their queries, all doing so and so. And now one of the new member have joined our pool, Pooja Desai, and she's also keen interested in the compact sports. So she's really willing to do karate in the future, but currently she got stuck in professional life. Work-life balance is also very important, because handling the home, then work, and again your passion is very difficult nowadays. Kind of thing.
I mean, that's a lot of combat athletes in a family itself. So ending on it, and what do you want to do? Like, do you plan to open your own sports management firm? Do you want to
Okay, in terms of that, to be very frank and very specific, I would love to work with the athletes in terms of having dentistry.
Okay.
So
like sports dentistry.
Sports dentistry. So I would like to take care about them, to prescribe them the best mouthpieces for their life. Why I'm telling this? The best mouthpieces. Mouthpieces means like a mouth guard.
Yeah, custom mouth guard.
Custom mouth guard. So basically, I would like to prescribe custom mouth guard just because I have seen the people are using the stock mouth guard, Paulian board mouth guard, but they are not aware about customized mouthpieces.
Any funny thing happened? Like, I mean, do you have any funny memories of people using stock mouth guards or boil and bite mouth guards?
So I do still remember at the one of the state championship where I was the referee and the karate event. Okay, so that tournament was going in for the age category of below 18 years old boys.
Okay.
So the guy was wearing a mouthpiece in his mouth. Very good athletic physics and very keen and very good in terms of having the fighter. The moment he was there in the tatami, bout started, he was fighting, and the opponent was also that same passion and same spiritual things, and he was fighting the same. But what I've seen that the opponent was using the perfect equipments in terms of, I'm telling, their mouthpieces, gloves, and so on. So basically, I'm telling mouthpieces because if we are having some kind of obstructions in your mouth, you cannot breathe.
Okay.
The one of the
Difficult
things for the athlete to survive in the arena is to breathe is very important.
So during that match, the person who was not wearing the custom mouth guard, he was having difficulties.
Difficulty to
and as a referee, you could see it yourself like live.
Exactly. He was lagging behind just because of that. Then I have spoken to him and I asked him, "Okay, why don't you go for the customized pieces?" Then he said, "Okay, sir, I really don't know about what is that."
Lack of awareness.
Lack of awareness is one of the biggest problems.
So as a sports dentist, I think it should be an initiative to make it more mainstream.
Definitely. So that's what me, along with our Honorable Secretary General Dr. Ashok Doble sir and Dr. Reena Kumar ma'am, are doing the initiatives for the Indian fraternity dentist for the better futurement for the sports dentistry. So we have just started with the Indian Academy of Sports Dentistry, and we are going to launch these things come very soon in 24th of April at Geo Garden in BKC.
Okay.
That is the one of the biggest event is going to come up after the pandemic. So that time we are going to launching this sports dentistry orientation certification course.
Okay.
And hope to see the many dentists can join over there for this one of the big event in the future.
Thank you, Dr.
Yeah, so as you know well about me, I would like to ask you the one thing for you. Okay, how did you start this podcast in your life? What was the inspiration to do this podcast?
You're asking me?
Yeah. I'm asking you.
The inspiration was to create a platform basically for young dentists, and since we are into sports dentistry, we are meeting a lot of athletes, and every athlete we meet has a story behind them. For example, you are an athlete yourself, so I mean you have such a big history with you. So whenever we meet athletes, I mean they have some interesting stories to share. When we meet doctors, why? Because that's what I feel, and what I've observed is people think doctors are very boring, but in my circle I've seen, and in my knowledge, a lot of doctors are doing very nice, interesting stuff apart from doing healthcare. So I said, why not make a platform where we can call them up, ask them, and because normally we don't get a chance to tell our stories and everything. So I thought it's an initiative which someone has to do it, whether good or bad. So that was the whole concept behind it.
Okay, the last one, which is one of the favorite sports, as you have coming through the all kind of athletes in your life and you're interacting with them. So which is your favorite sports and why so?
Favorite sport right now, I think, is MMA, because we both travel and to different MMA tournaments, and then we see those. I mean, two guys are fighting it out, beating the shit out of each other and almost killing each other. But the moment the bell rings to stop, yeah, exactly. The very next moment they hug each other. They show the respect. So I think that is not seen in any other sport, and which is a very funny thing. As 3 minutes they'll kill each other, the very next minute, I mean, they're the best friends, showing utmost respect. So that's one thing which I love about the sport.
So adding on to the point where we'll take into this moment. So basically that's the basic beauty about the martial arts
that's
and
the beauty of
having combat sports. You have to train together in your dojo. You have to fight together, but the moment in the cage, you are going in tatami, you have to be an enemy for each other to kill about itself.
Yeah.
But the very next moment is, that's the kind of thing that you need to build your, relationship with your, opponent and with your colleagues. Maybe you are practicing together, but some of the other knows that in the final bout, you're facing each other. And that's a really sad story because it's a game. Again, you have to, someone is going to win and someone is going to lose.
True.
But again, to having that courage and spiritual in your body is another level. That's why just very well, good for the combat sports.
Very well put. Thank you, Dr. Surve, for also asking me questions, and thank you for taking our time.
Yes.
And hopefully
That's my pleasure.
We'll cross paths soon and talk to you soon again on this podcast.
Sure. Thank you so much,
Thank
buddy.
you so much.
Thank you
Thank
for calling from this podcast. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Perfect था?
Perfect एकदम.
तो stop नहीं करना है?
नहीं कर रहे. कैसा लगा आपको?
Amazing, man. Amazing.
Bouncers डाला.
कौन सा?